Hey everybody, welcome to another lovely game of Dhampir. Our our story is adult themed with adult content, so be aware we may hit some darker and more grim things in your standard fantasy campaign. When we hit those, if it gets too bad, we'll fade to black. If there's anything worse, uh, anything that bothers any of our players, they always have the opportunity to opt out at any time. Gonna go ahead and get our introductions going with our lovely producer and wonderful kobold, played by James.
Yes.
Hey guys, I'm Sean, or Lord Sorrow, and I am playing Samael Hellstrom, the cleric that is a fetchling Dhampir. And I will move to Bella.
Hello everyone, I'm Bella and I'll be playing Lenore, the not so in distress damsel. Katie.
Hi, I am Katie, and I'm going to be playing Lady Anna Leclerc, Lady Anna of House Leclerc, and I am a Dhampir human summoner. And I believe we have Lobo, or rather Ricardo.
Same old, same old. Hey everybody, my name is Ricardo. I'm playing Lobo, the Dhampir orc raised by wolves / barbarian with metal arm, because that's something that can happen.
And that's why we play Pathfinder too, because that's something that can happen. And I'm the GM for this lovely crew of misfits. I'm Don. You can find me at Don Von Dolan anywhere and everywhere on the interwebs. But for now, let's tell a Dhampir story. To steal from Mr. Jason Carl himself.
I'll make a note.
All right.
Tell on you later.
So we start off as the party has left the saloon that they had overnighted at and returned to their home. And they have some downtime to get up to.
Get down.
So we're going to start off with Lenore, who's just now home from her harrowing kidnapping.
Lenore has odd priorities at the moment, which is catching up in all the gossip with Anna, because she was kidnapped for I don't know how long she was kidnapped for. And okay, so her list of priorities were shower, get clean clothes, eating, gossip.
Okay, so the shower is prepared for you. Your clothes are cleaned and pressed. Your favorite snack is in the room with you whenever you get out of the shower.
What am I doing here?
So honestly, we really could have just done all this together and just gone to the baths.
I mean, Samuel jumps in like he's not gonna.
Samuel, no.
Oh, the ladies invite me to shower? Oh, you didn't want me here? Oops.
I believe a official invitation was sent him, but if you want to join in the gossip.
Who are you talking to?
To you.
I didn't hear my name.
I said Sam.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, whatever.
Samuel.
Oh, hey, Anna, how's it going?
Would you like to participate in the hot gossip?
In the hot tub? Yes, definitely.
Well, you will need your own section, so there will be a little bit of shouting, but I'm certain we'll be fine.
Fine.
Well, I mean, you could join us, but generally the only gentlemen allowed on the ladies' side are eunuchs.
Do you have a change?
I could absolutely, and she starts rummaging through her bags, like, I could get that taken care of right away. It's not really.
One thing y'all do notice when you get to the hot tub, the hot baths, they're not hot. It is lukewarm or tepid at best.
Oh,
Sit. As you're disconnecting the pipes from the city sewer system, because of the evil dragon under the city that you no longer want to be associated with.
That is correct. I need to make sure. There's a dragon here, so we need to make sure that we're not messing with his duty, so to speak.
Yeah, you see Sid come up from his plumbing.
Is that where your lair is? Sit down in the sewers?
No, it's not my lair. That's where the dragon that powers this town.
yeah, baths.
But what if you make him angry because he really likes the baths?
I'm his kinfolk. He's not going to be upset with me.
Also, Lobo, would you be present with everyone else, or are you doing something else?
Taking a bath? No.
They'd have to drag him in.
Get him cleaned up. Oh, Samuel, could you please just go fetch our new sibling? By the way, a new sibling. Oh my goodness. But can you just fetch the new sibling, and we just need to get him scoured.
You're sending me on a fetch quest.
I think that you are more than capable.
Well, that's of no doubt. But you're sending me on a fetch quest.
Oh yes.
What's my reward?
They just want you to go away.
Wait, hold on. Are you telling me that you are? Are you telling me us that you are incapable of doing that, Samuel?
You're
That is
trying to use
beneath
reverse
you?
psychology on me, and that is not going to work, Lenore.
Okay, he can do it. That's on him.
He just leans back in the lukewarm bath, and he's like, "I guess not. I guess I'm incapable of walking."
If I will find a way to make these baths wonderfully hot again.
Mistress, do you need me to fetch something?
Oh,
In my odious existence, I need something to do.
oh, that's actually a good idea. Or is it? No, it's fine. And yes, could you go fetch Lobo and just ask him to come here? I don't want any bodily harm to come to him, please.
In one piece, then.
Yes.
Boring. Okay.
Soon.
And she vanishes, poofs through a wall.
Ah, excellent. You have someone else to do your fetching for you.
Of course. Why would I travel without somebody to fetch all the things for me?
Good point. I should get me a servant.
So we're going to cut from Sit's plumbing, haphazard plumbing, and the girls and Samael in the bath to Lobo I'm guessing outside on a roof or something, because there's no ground to speak of.
Probably, unless it's a forest nearby.
There's not.
Yeah. Probably just outside sitting
You
out.
actually have avoided this area because A, it's a town, and B, weird things happen nearby.
Yeah.
It smells bad. It smells like people and like magic.
Yeah. People think I smell bad.
But you are joined on the rooftop.
Ah.
It like the entity comes up through the roof and sits next to you.
Hey,
Contemplating ending the mortal coil.
I don't know what that means.
Leap and join me in the spirit realm. It's almost better.
I don't believe you.
They never do. They want you downstairs for something, some such thing. I get some pleasure of the flesh I can no longer partake.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yes, they are enjoying themselves.
Okay. I'll hit down in a second.
They said it is urgent.
Oh. It's not
It's
for
not
a
for a
fast.
And that you need to come in one piece.
I'm
Always in one piece.
Except for when I fight dragons.
I mean, is the arm detachable? That is debatable.
I do have to crank it every morning.
She sits there slooping at you until you start to head down.
Right. Jump down. You're not gonna make me go into the bath, are you?
I was thinking. Yes, absolutely. We should get some wine. I mean, wine and hot baths. And it's gonna try to convince maybe like so just reconnect the plumbing, please. And so it can be hot for a little bit. Sit, dear brother. How do I possibly convince you to reconnect maybe just this plumbing?
If you happen to flood out my oh,
Don did die. We can have this
okay, that's what happened. I was like, I started to hear double stuff, so all right, we'll be right back.
There we are.
And we're back. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Things happen. This is, modern gaming. I believe Lobo had a question right before my computer froze up, and he asked about what we were taking him for, and you do not receive an answer.
Yeah, they changed the subject from me taking a bath to getting wine.
Well, both, obviously.
Not taking a bath. I already took one this week.
You are bumped into the water.
God damn it. Not again.
By the ghost.
Oh, no.
And when you get the water, it's, to you, Lobo, boiling hot.
Ah, this is too hot.
Oh, it's
You turn it down.
You're used to mountain streams. This is so warm.
It's way too hot.
And has been trying to convince it to please reconnect the plumbing because there are ways to possibly heat up the water, but safely, maybe not. Voice with her net was the fireballs.
Can I use prestidigitation to just make the water warm?
In your area, yes.
Yeah. So I'm just like, whoop.
So you see a little bubble around Samael, warm an actual jacuzzi bubble bubbling up around him.
If anybody wants to share in the warmth, you can scooch over here to old Samuel.
You farting
Lobo,
over there?
it's warmer by Samael.
I mean, I'm not going to divulge my secrets.
Is it warmer or is he farting?
It's warmer.
I mean, I've heard of it getting warmer when you just pee in the pool, so I mean, that's a possibility.
Like I said, not telling my secrets.
So you know exactly what he's doing.
Don't worry, it's all magic. It's good.
So now it's magic water that you're in. That's hot, Lobo.
Why can't you just go into the river? That's what regular people do.
Freezing
Cold
cold.
and full of fish.
It's nice in the afternoon.
This is what regular people do in town, Lobo.
That's why I don't come to town.
But don't the fish like swim by you and like?
And then you catch them, and then you eat them.
But you would have to get out to cook them.
Yes.
Oh, it doesn't seem very efficient. I mean, you have to soap up and like there is a process.
Soap?
Oh dear.
I don't believe this. Our cousin is evolved enough to understand. I guess. This sounds like a project.
Angela are having this debate. A younger gentleman, probably just around the age of maturity, around between 16 and 18 somewhere, joins you all. He comes in, he's full page, like outfit, holding a scroll case. Is there a lady Leclerc?
Leclerc.
Yes.
Close
he
enough.
Opens the scroll, You are hereby granted audience per your request for invitation at the. Hold on, wait one. Hold on, please. I got
I'm
to
not
get
giving
this
this guy
right.
a tip. He's stumbling way too much.
Biblioteca de los Muertos.
Oh, interesting.
Biblioteca of the Dead. Is that like Sepulture of the Dead or something like that?
No, university library is what biblioteca means.
Oh.
Generally library, but sometimes areas of learning use it too. Interesting. I put in for this. What did I actually put in for this, or is this a surprise to me?
Anna might have put in for this, but you have been invited. This is kind of a downtime activity that is tying into everything. Whether or not you want to be surprised, your call.
She's a lady, a woman of letters, and sends out like all kinds of letters to people. So this one is just one that's finally getting back to. Interesting. Sit. And you've heard of this place, yes? Sit.
I have.
You're muted, sir.
Oh, I am.
He's like the dogs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Loud.
Don't be afraid of little dogs.
He's washing his head.
You're a
not-
dragon,
I-
for Christ's sakes.
I am not afraid of the dogs. They are just annoying. But yes, I have heard of this place. You know me. I'm into books. Lots and lots of books. Knowledge is key to all of my power and to powers that I have not yet, opened. So, yes.
How are you, say?
I don't know. I'm kind of going through some stuff, so. But things are getting better. But back to the library. I think that we should all dress the part. And he kind of looks over at Lobo. And
This is all I have.
Oh, we'll have to change that. Sounds like a shopping trip.
like a montage.
Y'all are finishing up the baths. Lobo, it's weird how soap appears around you.
What is this thing doing?
Anna just like emptied a whole shampoo bottle in the water.
It's all the bubbles.
They're gonna have to drain
Y'all have
this
unseen
back.
custodians. You have a ritualist. I'm just assuming that there are custodians everywhere cleaning everything that is dirty. Lobo is a thing.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah. I told they settled down for somewhere more than a week. She's like, no. We are. This is getting settled.
And the page rolls his scroll back up, and he sets it down on a bench in the dryer area, and then bows. Fairly well.
You want to take a bath with us?
I have my own. Thank you very much. Plus, I am on the ladies' side. That is the men's side over there. I do not feel like going over that way. There are bubbles that are weird.
I know, right? This guy.
And he wanders off. And you all can do what you wish with the information you have now.
So are we going to the Library of the Dead?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, Lenore, we have to go shopping.
Please take.
Yes.
We have to outfit our cousin brother.
Yes, please take Lobo with you because it's just awful.
Well,
Get him
since the
dressed.
ladies are taking cousin with them to go pamper him, Sit, do you want to do something with old Samael?
Yes. Drink.
Oh yes. We haven't had a good wine in a while.
Can I go with them instead?
No, come on. We'll
No,
get
you
drinks.
must dress the
We'll
part
get
first.
We'll get mimosas on the way. How does that sound?
What's a mimosa?
Perfect.
Oh, you'll find out. Wonderful.
Oh, I kind of want a mimosa, but I'll settle for wine. Wine's good enough.
So, while Sit and Samael go to Sparkle, it's a wine bar that I just
Nice.
invented. Lobo, Lenore, and Anna, y'all head to Leviathan Couture.
That's a better name than Sparkle.
It depends, because I bet you there's lots of spells going off as we're drinking, so I'm good with
Yes,
that.
we'll start with Sit and Samael. So Lenore and Anna and Lobo can plot more.
I have archives of Net this up right now.
All right, so Sit and Samael, y'all are sitting there with these drinks. Or you're sitting in this wine bar, and this sprite comes over to you, dressed in a waitress costume. So what do you want?
Your finest Elven, please.
She repeats, what do you want in Elven?
You have to have better table etiquette than this, miss, because I'm sure that's not the first time that's been told to you.
But it isn't funny. She flies away. As she stops, turns back. I forgot. What do you want?
So, do you have any blood bourbon?
Yeah.
I'd like some of that. Actually, a bottle, please.
All right. And she flutters away. She comes back, floating over. She brings a bottle of Elven wine. It's on ice. And a bottle of blood bourbon that's on fire.
And Sit looks and says, "Fuck yeah."
And she's like, "Is there anything else you guys need before the entertainment starts? Any hors d'oeuvres?
Yeah, Sid, do
Appetizers.
you want some finger food?
Sure. I'm always down for a little bit of grub.
All right." So she flutters away, and as she, it's gonna take a little bit longer this time because it's not just a bar order. This is actual food. So you're prepping, and go ahead and make a couple of quick perception checks.
Ooh,
Oh, rolls.
that's what I heard.
Yeah. Let's see who paid roll 20 this week.
I paid them decently well with my free account.
I did all right.
Well, it looks like Sid has paid them slightly more.
20 extra bucks.
Yeah.
Sid, you're sitting there and you hear something as you're prepping to pour your fire cocktail, and it's like almost like a portal opening, like a shroop,
Okay.
That's a weird portal sound.
shroop.
I'll look in that direction and see if
It's
any...
towards the it's behind the door to the kitchen.
Huh.
And Samael, while you're getting your wine out of the chill, and you feel why it was chilled because the bottle itself is actually kind of warm. Like it's been on ice, but it's still warm.
Interesting.
And the blood bourbon is cold, even though it was on fire.
This is crazy.
I know,
Love it.
right?
And you pour your drinks, and as you pour the elven wine and it bubbles up, like you see sparkles pop out of it.
Oh, okay. I'm enjoying this a bit more than I was earlier. I thought the name was just a bit cheeky, but okay,
Yeah.
this is better.
And as you pour the blood bourbon, you see this frost spin up,
Somebody's
and
been
almost
paying
like
their magic bills.
almost like a whipped cream on top of your blood bourbon.
This is
But
fantastic.
it's like whipped ice.
This is... It's going to get me drunk and a dessert at the same time.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, brother. And thank you for all those hills because, yeah, I was almost done for again.
Hey, just think of me as a battery of negative energy.
As long as
You
you're
hear
always
this?
charged, I am happy.
You hear another shoop, and then another slightly after that, a little bit larger shoop. And now, coming to the main stage, he's finally on tour. He's left the burbs, and he's in the big city now. It's time for the one and only Fawzan the barbarian.
I've heard of this guy. He's pretty shitty, but hey, whatever, right?
Hey, I mean,
And he gets
I've
up on
heard
stage.
some pretty corny jokes come from his mouth, but hey, you never know.
Yeah.
And you see this big bugbear, almost kind of bear-looking guy get on stage. He's got a little hat on, tie, a collar, no shirt, and pants.
Hey, at least he's got pants on.
Yeah. I've heard some
And,
other drunken tales when he didn't, and whoa.
I'd almost pay for that.
He's like, hey, I just teleported in, and boy, I might tell he's tired.
Oh,
So
this is gonna be. Woof.
And as he gets on stage, you get your food is brought forth to you, and it's just a pile of pastries, just all bear claws in shape,
Oh,
in honor of our speaker. And they're not all like sweet pastries. Some of them are like pull apart doughs with cheeses and things like that. But it's all kind of piled together.
oh, this is amazing.
This is.
I'm gonna toss a platinum to the little sprite.
She's like, thank you. She bites it, makes sure, puts it in her boot pocket.
And then I'll toss her another one, but this one's a chocolate coin.
And she eats it.
Nice.
And now we're even. I don't own your soul anymore.
That's why I always carry around chocolate coins.
She's
You
like,
should
you know
start
what
doing
they-
that, Sit.
That is fair.
She flutters away, and you get the overwhelming presence that this is a Fey bar, and they just popped in and out from the first world. You're eating first world food and drinking first world drinks.
Oh, this is a good time.
Oh,
This
this
is a
is.
good time.
And yeah, Foz ends up there giving a little comedy thing. This is, it's obviously a practiced routine. So as that's going on, Lenore and Anna, and is Lobo with them?
Can we check to see if he got away?
Yes,
Make a stealth check.
for this.
You see him try to sneak away as y'all are getting ready. You hear the front door open and close, and suddenly there's a ghost in front of Lobo. They would be unhappy.
But I'm unhappy now.
Oh, no, I've been thinking. I have an idea. I do think there's some very interesting clothing options, but our brother is somewhat reticent. And I'd hate to confess it, but I feel that we need him to stay for a time being, not only for his own safety. I don't want him to go running off and to revenge a white dragon on his own, which seems likely.
It's a zombie dragon.
Yes, exactly. Well, it certainly will be once I'm done with it. So, I was thinking one of the easiest solutions to our problem might be a hat of disguise. Just, he can put a hat on his head and look nice.
Better not be a fedora.
It can be whatever you want it to be, dear. It can be a comb, it can be a different hat, a beret.
Really?
I mean, as much as I would love to see him, because I mean, look at that arm. Do you think of how we could accessorize that arm?
Are y'all saying this as you're walking, or is this something you're having
Yes,
a conversation
absolutely.
before you meet up with them?
Oh no, like this is now. Yes, they're talking vaguely like Lobo might not actually be there.
So y'all get to Leviathan Couture, and inside, running the counter, is a Naga.
Ooh.
Hello. Welcome to Leviathan.
And firmly on Lobo.
How can we help you?
Okay. So I would like three pairs of pants and like 7 hats and 3 dresses and 4 corsets. You know, and I mean, we might as well get stuff for us.
And you're a size 00?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. And it's her hammer, or is there something else I should call y'all?
That works, I believe.
They make a motion to back. Please bring forward some racks. This lady here would like to pick from the 00 rack. And you see these two very short brownies roll these out. And they're wearing just leaves. Yeah? Who's here looking for clothes?
Well, starting with her. But also, we have what we like to call a challenge. Pull Lobo forward.
Oh, I did ask for like the pants and the hats for him. I just didn't
Oh,
clarify.
yeah. Yes. Yes. He,
Oh. Okay. Well, that's different. And he starts pushing the cart back. I need to get a different one.
In desperate need of some walking shoes. Just shoes.
You're wearing shoes.
I am. But I have learned that there's a huge difference between shoes which you can wear to civilized places and shoes which work better on mountains. I would like
mountain shoes.
Yes.
Okay. So the one of the brownies, the more masculine brownie, rolls the cart back and he's gone for a minute. The other one's just sizing everybody up, moving around, climbing up on step ladders with tape. Not saying a word.
And don't worry about when they
don't touch me there.
It's a firm grasp.
Hey.
Gotta make sure the pants fit.
Stranger danger.
And wraps, and they measure every bit of Lobo. And you see them whisper into their collar leaf. And the other one comes strutting in from the back, pulling like with all their might on a rope, another rack of men's clothing. There's armors and other types of things on there, but it's all much larger than when they've rolled out for y'all. And then he goes over to the rack, and underneath the rack, he pulls out a box and he hands it to Anna. Mountain shoes.
Oh, okay, and she looks in with a bit of dread.
It's high heels, and on top of it is a pyramid on the toe. Mountain shoes.
I actually do prefer flats in general, but I'm thinking, how do I describe this? Boots?
Oh.
Like riding shoes, but sturdier?
Sturdy shoes.
And he saunters to the back.
I believe they actually had these. They had fun shoes in the back, waiting.
And while he's gone, what is that you guys do? The other one is sitting there throwing things at Lobo that will fit him.
Lenore will look around to see if there are any mimosas or champagne or wine or something of the sort.
May I help you, lady?
Do you have any drinks or refreshments of any sort?
Yes, fresh in. Just delivered. And he brings out this bottle. And it's kind of bubbling. And there's a little brown object in the bottom of it.
What is that?
I'm told it's called the booch.
Booch. Can I possibly assess that? I don't trust that.
What is the beverage called?
The booch.
Oh, the whole thing is the booch, but what's the brown thingy? Is also the booch.
Yes.
I would like to investigate this drink, please.
Nature. It looks to be kombucha.
Oh, it's kombucha.
I
This
figured,
one's
I
name
was
is
like,
Danny.
I'm just making sure it's not a
Oh.
worm, okay? Like,
yeah, like me as a player had not realized it was kombucha, but I'm glad that Anna actually got it.
safe and unfortunately not alcoholic. We'll get some alcohol in a bit.
Ooh, I can handle that for you. Just
I'm concerned.
and the bottle's presented to you, and another bottle pops into whoever's hands are not holding the bottle of kombucha.
Oh no, Lobo.
No, Lobo's hands are full.
Oh,
So Lenore, you get a bottle of champagne that pops in your hands. I have sleeves. They hold lots of things.
what is the bottle that is handed to her?
It is a bottle of kombucha, and then a bottle of champagne.
Oh, the champagne works. Yes. What's aside?
But yeah, and it's okay, Danny. Maybe the next one. And eventually the man comes, the little brownie comes back from the back. All right, I got like 3 pairs in your size. And he sets down a pair of the brightest, blackest Doc Martin style combat boot. Like the patent leather Doc Martin combat boot.
Did they put that in front of Anna?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
They put bright red lizard skin cowboy boots next to that.
would that offend Sit? Do you think?
And then the last pair is just a pair of this canvas shoe, like flat, without boot. It's just like a low top canvas shoe. And it's basic teal.
What do you think, Lenore? I'm leaning the black ones because I'm afraid the red ones might be someone that Sit knows.
Yeah, I think the black ones are the best option. We really don't want, our brother to be upset with it.
The other one
No,
gives
I
you
think I-
camouflage in the forest.
The green ones?
Yeah.
Oh, then I'll get both. It's fine.
And yeah, and what do you guys pick out for Lobo? Anything you guys want to pick out from the the archives is fine. It's available.
I'm
Hey,
thinking.
hey, get those combat boots for Samael.
No, see, they're wearing them. Oh, where? I was thinking, he has such a feral nature. Perhaps we could work off of that a little bit and get him something nice but civilized. So, like a nod to his brother, without fur. That seems cracked in this situation. Well, his family were wolves, so.
That is interesting.
No wolf fur, please.
Better not be wolf fur.
Everything here is fall,
Oh, okay.
except for the leathers.
So
Yeah, so the leather would definitely offend it.
yes, so maybe something a little like rugged and even a little what's the term, like with lots of straps and buckles, and it would work on him, wouldn't it?
He looks at the rack, he takes everything out of Lobo's hands, throws it all to the side.
Finally, see you later.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
The tail wraps around Lobo, puts him down.
And it's gonna turn him into a leather daddy.
And he looks at the rack. He pulls out. Yes, straps that on him. These, yes. And this. It's leather pants, a leather shoulder holster with the cross strap, and a duster, along with a bloused white shirt. And he puts a hat on his head, jauntily.
Stuff for.
To keep the sun off of your neck. And the rain off your eye.
Okay, that's actually a good idea.
Also, it's fabulous.
I don't know what that is.
It's you now.
Okay. I'm fabulous.
Basically, he looks like very Musketeer-esque.
Yeah, don't. I was looking for a Google image and do not Google leather daddy. I'm like, well, none of these are useful.
You should have known that, Katie.
Yeah.
It's not her first time.
I was hoping.
How many did you mean this came up from your past history?
There's a whole lot of daddies that it could have been.
Yeah.
But he looks more like either Musketeer-esque if you're in Renaissance France, or you could also reimage it in a style of a Western. This is Alkenstar after all.
Just buckles. So many buckles.
Yes.
See, this is wonderful.
The real question is, are there spurs?
Yeah, I was more thinking like Squall from Final Fantasy, but that's okay.
Yes, actually, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That works as well.
My only concern is how warm would he be?
I can just take it off.
We suffer for fashion.
That's not it. The clothes are supposed to stay on you, Lobo.
But if it's hot, I can just.
You suffer for fashion.
It's.
And they get right in your face.
Don't worry, we'll start it.
Wait, I have an idea. And she turns, the Naga turns around, and they flash through a ton of different racks of clothing. They come back over, and they have a stunning LBD for Anna.
Ooh.
And a forest green corset for Lenore.
Well, I obviously need this.
Just in. Fresh from Galt.
Ooh, interesting. They always have such interesting fashions there. It must be old murder.
Well, people are dying to leave.
And she does a terrible person laugh. So we did promise you alcohol, Lobo. So I think that we should fulfill on that. You did the champagne. The champagne is bubbly and effervescent and wonderful. But perhaps we should check on the boys because we are dressed now, and see that they've not burned anything down. And maybe we're sober enough to actually hit up the biblioteca. Because I do think that we could find some interesting things about Father Dear.
And the card is presented to Anna. Please, if anyone asks where you purchased your fashion, we would love the exposure from an influencer as yourself.
So it's free?
No.
We can give you exposure.
I cannot eat exposure.
Man, if Sit was there was a joke.
We hear it like Freeze.
Yeah, I know.
Just whisper it to Fazan, and he'll tell it throughout the ages.
I know. It's like, I knew a guy named Exposure. He's edible. you can eat Exposure.
And eventually you make your way over to Sparkle, and the boys are half a bottle in.
Yeah.
And there's this bear on stage who's mid-set
right
of
now,
comedy.
Right now, Sit is actually cheering for him. Because he's half bottle in.
James, I know this is putting you on the spot. Can I get a quick Fazan joke?
Oh, man. Yeah. Well, do you know why the dragon was so slow getting across the road? Because he was dragging. And
it seems like the whole set has been like this, but people are laughing.
Yeah. And Sid's like, it's so true. It's so true.
You also notice that Sid's alcohol, every time he pours it, it refills with a mist of icy frost on top. And every time that Samael refills his wine, sparkles shoot out the top.
Interesting. Yeah, I can see that Sid being the dad of the group. Not the daddy, that's Lobo now, but
Yeah.
Hey, wait a minute. I was supposed to be Heal Me Daddy.
Oh, you're still Heal Me Daddy.
Yeah.
Well, it's Harm Me Daddy. That's what it is.
Oh, yeah, it's Harm Me Daddy. That's right.
And a Hannah has been heard from.
She's not happy.
Is it bad that every time you heal Sit, he's thinking of instead of the song Sexual Healing, it's negative healing, baby. That's what's playing in his head.
Kermit's like, wait, did Kermit, or Fazan's like, did Kermit come with me this time?
He's probably around.
Thank you, Murphy Pop Art, for the phrase, plenty of daddies to go around.
Oh, there are. There's so much.
So, as y'all get in, you see this sprite flutters up. What do you want?
I would like something effervescent and fruity, please.
Mm-hmm. What do you want?
Sobo, what do you want?
Oh,
Talking to Lenore, but yeah.
Sorry.
Bella caught it.
Like the bartender special.
All right. I already am special, sweetie. And she looks, what do you want?
I'm here for alcohol.
Yeah.
Can I have some alcohol?
Yeah. What kind?
The one you drink?
All right.
Same as me. Same as me.
All right. And she flutters away, and you hear the swoop. And then shortly after, swoop. She flutters back. And Lenore, remind me what you ordered again.
Bartender special.
Oh, yes. She flutters back. And it's this concoction that's in this fishbowl. It's blue. And there's a fish in it. The fish jumps up, flickers out of existence, and then reappears in the bowl.
Just go with it, Lenore. It's all good.
You took
The straw.
Oh my god.
It has straws in it and umbrellas.
She's gonna sip with this.
Why don't you drink before the weather begins?
Okay, she's going to drink it.
Yeah,
Is
and
there a
as you
little
drink-
beach chair in the middle of the thing?
There's
And
a Scuba Steve in there.
and Anna, you ordered something effervescent. They bring you this bottle that looks empty. And a glass.
Is that alcoholic air? Because that would be amazing if it was.
She will investigate this a little bit.
All right. And Lobo, you asked for alcohol.
But she said what I'm drinking.
Yes. You get a bottle of the same thing in a glass. And if you don't like that, I've got your other order. Wait.
Okay.
Give me a magical knowledge check of some sort.
From
Arcana.
Lobo?
Whatever.
While Anna is examining her drink, Samael will take one of the cheese Danish things and sort of feed it to Lenore. You got to try this.
It's gooey and cheesy and still warm. And they've had it for a while.
I don't think this stuff goes cold.
No, it is.
Anna,
This stuff is
you,
amazing.
There is when you're looking at it, you're pretty sure that if you pour it, there will be liquid.
Ooh, fascinating. And she starts experimenting.
So as you pour it, it swirls out like steam and air, and slowly begins to fill the cup.
Oh.
And it has the hint of a fruit smell, like a fruit from another world was present when this was made.
Mm. You are in for a treat, Lobo, and she drinks hers like a lady.
Make a Constitution save.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure I need to make a couple.
You are fine, but you taste the merest hint of the possibility that fruit was present when this was made.
I mean, that's the idea. Okay, look. Okay, hold on a second. I know what you're doing.
It's sparkling water.
Now these that are alcoholic, like healthy, it doesn't hurt nobody, and now it's gonna hurt me.
So it's White Claw.
I'm not gonna
White
lie.
Claw.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see White Claw, I read it as White Clam, and I'm like, that's gross. Why do I want clam juice?
Lobo, do you drink yours?
Yeah.
All right, Lobo, how fast do you drink it?
How big is the glass? You know what?
The
I'll
glass
chug it.
is
I'll
a
chug it.
champagne flute, and there's a bottle. Did you pour it or you drink it?
Well, I saw Anna pour her, so I'll pour it on my glass, and then I'll chuck it.
All right, fort save.
While in chat,
You guys hear the loudest, most expressive burp from Lobo.
Ah, this is good.
And Lobo, you taste all the fruit that has ever been, all at once.
There's some orange, some apple, some mango.
I
What kind of drink is this?
Is there any dragon fruit in there?
Probably.
mean,
Sorry,
there's
Sid.
durian in there too. Just saying. Yeah, it's like you just get these weird, like each part of your tongue just fires off. It's weird tomato. What?
Tomatoes a fruit?
No banana, because banana's not a fruit.
Banana.
And eventually your tongue, the flavors subside, and you're very thirsty.
Oh, I guess I need to drink more.
There you go.
And eventually, your drink bottles slowly begin to empty.
Sacrilege.
And the pastry basket begins to be less and less filled with pastries of sweet and savory varieties.
I think the Sprite is trying to tell us something.
But the stage show has not stopped. There are new people on stage. At one point, there was this elven bard. There's been a tiefling bard. There's been a frog bard.
We can't be done yet. We haven't even started a fight. No, there's a fight before we leave.
Well, maybe because they're, wrapping up, we'll start the fight because we're not ready.
But
And the sprite flutters over. She's like, entrees?
So, quick question. How much is a bar fight?
Participant or viewer?
Oh, both. I want to be in on it.
Well, a fight at our bar would be rather expensive, but we do have a ring relatively nearby.
Oh, do you?
As the portal pops.
Sit looks over at Samael and's like, dude.
But the fight will be next week. Unfortunately, the queen has stated that the portals are not to be used today.
Okay, so just put me down, Samuel Hellstrom. I'll be in. I want to be in part of that.
Oh, are you willing to sign a contract stating such?
Of course.
Awesome. She goes over to the behind the bar and she flutters back over this very long contract.
Anna, will you look at it for me or sit somebody?
Does anyone have legal lore?
Oh.
Anna and Sid just kind of both grab.
I know. I was like, Sid's like, whoa.
Legal or first world?
Oh, shit.
Words here.
As the intelligent people are rolling their dice, Lenore's going to kind of like lean over like through the table towards Samuel. Are you sure about this? You're kind of made out of paper. Oh,
Anna has.
He looks at her and he boops her nose and he's like, "How dare you?"
Anna has cursed.
Why don't you join?
Vampire lore.
Okay. What does Sid have?
He has heraldry lore, which doesn't help.
Actually, roll it.
Okay.
There might be things that pop up. You're reading through it, and you're just skimming through. It's contract law. It's low-level law school stuff. You took this course when you were going through your herald courses for squiring.
Okay.
And you had some of these names in your head, and there's a lot of references to a queen. And that's all you pick up with that, though. But it's very low-level contract law stuff that you picked up from your one course. It was correspondence. You didn't have a teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, it was more
Anna,
like...
You said you have vampire and curse?
Yes.
You can roll curse.
Ooh, interesting. Let's see. It's plus 15. This is the same amount.
All right. So you're reading through this, and you get down to the end, into the fine print, into the what happens if.
Mm-hmm.
If you should fail to show, your soul and your body shall be forfeit for 10 first world years.
This is a problem, and she will point that out. We rather have need of your body and your soul. I don't know how long first world years are, but it's...
You have need of my body, do you?
Well, I need you to, be here and hit things and heal us.
That is true, because...
You're my brother. I can't... And besides, I'm not like that. I'm not that kind of adventurer.
And not to mention, I mean, I have a lot of knowledge. I mean, I'm quite smart, but yeah, it doesn't help against barbarians that hit me with clubs. So we need you around.
And
Real quick, what other lores do you guys have for Lenore, Lobo, and Samael?
I have warfare.
Okay, that would not apply.
It's just vampire for Lobo.
Okay.
I have curse, and that's it.
Okay. You can also roll curse lore, see if you pick up the same things that Anna picked up.
Okay.
Fine, I'll read it.
Oh, you're making me read.
Oh, I'm trying to say that, Anna.
Why are you making me use my words?
Oh, no.
Actually, you're pretty sure Anna's full of it. You don't even read the last page.
Yeah, you can, and she probably notices too. He just like at the very last page, he just like, well, okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna believe my smart friends over anybody, but I really want to fight. This is a dilemma.
Well, brother, we can always fight somewhere else. Don't worry about that.
And it's only a problem if you don't show up.
And This
That's true.
tray of food also appears. It's a whole roast lamb.
Okay, how
Like-
about this? I'm not going to sign your contract, but I will try my best to show up for the fight.
The contracts are required, but we don't have to advertise, I guess.
You can show up and sign it as you show up. So then you
Yes.
will have shown up
And
immediately.
there's this. There are 2 chilled magnums of mead.
Oh,
Served along with the lamb.
nice. Although Anna eats very lightly, like very much like a symbolic portion
I'll leave for you. Don't worry.
at it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sitwell
I-
eats more than you would expect a little kobold to eat.
I would say that Samael eats the proper amount for a growing boy, you know?
Yeah.
Lenore eats the
Lenore's
staff.
going to Lenore's going to sit by Anna and kind of like get a very small portion too and get a bunch of meat and go like, I was kind of thinking of starting a liquid diet, but I was kidnapped, so I think I have to. eat."
Lenore, make a fortitude save.
Oh no.
Samael will lean over to Lobo and sit and be like, she eats like a horse whenever no one's around. Don't let her deceive you.
Excellent. So what you're saying is get my portions now.
Exactly. Eventually,
Lenore, you're fine. This is weak mead.
I bet you that by the end of the night, she's going to be the one eating the most of this lamb.
Yeah. Anna actually occasionally when nobody's like she feels nobody is watching is like kind of like inspecting the anatomical portions of the lamb.
Heart, liver, kidneys, all present.
And then just
Oh, nice.
Anybody want to split the heart?
Oh, I do.
All right. Samael will like carve out until he gets to the heart, pull it out, cut it in half,
It's
and
basically,
half.
sir. It's like the offal is also present.
And Samael and Sit will share the heart together.
Yeah, he sits like, cheers, brother.
Cheers.
I suppose if we're going to do dissection, just flip over and just
I'm assuming everybody's like all proper with fork and knives, and then there's Lobo with his hands.
Yeah.
Lobo just got a leg in his hand.
her tools, her surgery tools. Like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it properly. I can't believe that technique. And
Anna, you better not bring this back to life.
oh, well then no, I can't. It's cooked.
Okay.
I mean, I could if I
No.
really. But see, the problem is that when you apply heat to the bones, it weakens them, and it really makes them. They tend to shatter. So it's really not as useful.
As you say that, Lobo's biting into the bone.
It can splinter that as easily. I mean, if this was still alive, I'm very certain that he would have a little bit harder problem in looking at your teeth. Because, by the way, wonderful teeth, my dear. He would have. It's a flexibility thing, and it splinters and shatters, and it's no good for material. It's one of the reasons
And
why.
a check is slipped in front of Sitwell.
All right, Sit and looks at it.
It is for everything that has been ordered at your table.
Okay. What's the damage?
This would be considered a fancy meal,
hmm
and there are 5 of you, so I will say 5 platinum.
Okay. Yep.
Seeing Lobo go at it with his just jaws, just la 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 la. At the last bit, Samuel will take the last bit of last leg or whatever, and he'll hold it in front of him, and his jaw extends like a snake's, and he just and he uses his wolf jaw thingy to just eat the whole thing whole.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
say
5. It is
9
5. Go ahead.
5 plat or 5 gold?
Five platinum.
Because fancy living is, I believe, 30 gold. I priced out for someone recently, back in the day, and I was like, holy crap, that's a big jump. It's the high style, effectively. The highest level is, it goes like nothing. Some gold way high suddenly for like a week's living.
Yeah, I totally forgot how much because I never transferred over my gold to this character
Y'all
sheet.
have plenty, don't worry.
Yeah, so and I know Sid didn't spend a whole lot because wizard, so he's going to slide over the 5 platinum.
Yeah, I personally have over 4,000 gold on Samael, so I know we're doing just fine.
Oh yeah.
Because fine living for a week is 30 gold. Extravagant, which is 100 gold for a week.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we're good.
So I was just extrapolating that out for 5 people at an extravagant meal for one day. This is about right.
Yeah.
And Samael tipped the Sprite waitress platinum too, so
Yep.
they're making bank on us tonight.
This was dinner and a show.
Yeah,
it was, and dude, this blood bourbon is fantastic.
Make a fort save.
This is really nice too. This wine.
Also make a fort save.
Yeah.
Okay.
We probably should talk about what our plan is. I feel like with lots of alcohol in our system and food, and companionship and clothes, we can talk about a plan.
So right now, Samael, you are
Lit.
drunk.
No. Oh no.
Like Wolfjaw thing was because you had the munchies.
Yeah.
Sit, you're fine.
Yeah.
You can probably drink another bottle.
Yeah.
Before you're
Lenore, would you
Samael
like to
level.
dance?
Four.
On stage is actually this very strange murder play.
Oh, perfect to dance to.
They're climbing out of a beast.
Yay, murder play.
It's all the bards
Holy
before, plus some
something.
others.
Oh, excellent.
A princess and everything. These 2 children
Carol.
that are identical.
I get what you did there.
And like I said, y'all are eating and drinking, and y'all can discuss your plans. But right now, I believe that Lobo is tasting fruit still, off and on. Samael is drunk. Anna is fine. Lenore is fine. Sid is fine.
Now, is Lobo dressed in his leather daddy gear now? Sit is going to compliment Lobo and say, "Oh, dear cousin, you look fantastic. Well
I do
done."
have to say,
I'm
I
told I'm
agree.
fabulous.
You look amazing, cousin.
I was told I was fabulous now, so I don't know.
Oh, you are.
Well, you are. I mean, you were
That's right.
fabulous before, but now you are fabulous.
What is Lobo's standard charisma check for like diplomacy?
Actually, it's not bad. I'm trained in diplomacy. It's about plus 15, but charisma is plus 3.
All right, so for diplomacy checks while wearing your outfit of fancy clothes, you get a +2.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's fair.
While
I
in
love it.
town, a
Yeah.
-2 if you're dealing with other barbarian tribe people or wolves in the wild while in these clothing.
Wolves not appreciate a good daddy.
Yeah, they're like, no, bro, no.
No,
We
bro.
thought we knew you.
You've changed a lot.
You
Lobo.
forgot where you came from.
Yeah.
I'm still part of the pack. You better pack up.
You don't smell right.
You are so not Lobo from the block anymore.
You went
Yeah,
high
so-
society on us.
Just make a note of that somewhere, Ricardo, so that you
Oh, yeah.
go in those clothes. You get +2 in town, -2 outside of town.
So, plan. We do have this invite from the biblioteca, which could help us research further. And I mean, of course, I'll have my own research while I'm there. But we also have the problem of the dragon and that dream.
That's true.
Indeed.
Because did everyone have that dream? That it seemed, I'm mildly concerned. Well, actually, I'm more than mildly concerned that it seemed focused on you, Sid.
Yes, I have no idea what the message was, but I'm a little. I was upset, but now I'm angry, and I just want to get down to the bottom of it.
Yes. And
Like these mugs, right?
Ain't that right, Fazan?
I'm gonna die in this acid.
so
About that moment, also the beast on stage shatters, and Fazan is standing there in nothing but a loincloth. Waka waka, motherfucker.
And
Now
yeah,
that's fashion.
What a
That's
show.
fashion right there.
yep. Sid is definitely he's standing on the table clapping.
and we absolutely don't. And she's kind of just continuing as like all of this is going on. It's like we absolutely don't want a Ravener to happen.
Who's the what?
A Ravener.
That is true. We definitely don't. As he's still clapping, but he stops to pause to agree.
Yeah, no Raveners.
Yep.
Samuel will do the whole like really loud whistle thing with the.
Nice. But yes, sis, I totally agree.
I wouldn't even know, where to begin dealing with one of the, probably getting somebody more equipped.
Maybe we'll find more information about all of that at the library.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. And of course, we do have to be very clear. We're not looking to raise one ourselves.
Don't lie, sis.
I mean, are you sure?
The problem is that they're not easy to control. And it's really my biggest problem is that a creature that powerful, you can't really, they'd be hard to direct, and I tend to prefer mine controllable, directable. I can give orders to them.
Now,
she's a big top.
So, is it possible though to learn how to create and think of it as a chaos engine, and you throw it in like a grenade, and then you just step away and let it have its fun?
Yes, in theory.
That's good enough for me.
There are some things I know how to do that operate like that. Usually the biggest concern is how intelligent is the creature. If I'm not actually sure if Raveners are intelligent or not, but if they are, then they're harder. They're a smart grenade that will keep going and exploding out there.
Might come back to explode you.
Yes.
I shall discuss your final course arrives, and it is just a giant mound of cake and milks and icings and strawberries. It is 3 different styles of milks in a tres leches cake.
You are making me very sad for the fact that you don't make the Mile High strawberry shortcake for 2 anymore. Because I know where you sent us.
You do? Because I know. I make it off the top of my head.
Some 90s Ruby Tuesdays.
That's funny.
Ruby Tuesday's still around?
They're around, but they don't have the good shit anymore.
See, right now I'm thinking of more of a whiskey cake, and I'm like, yes, whiskey cake is the bomb.
But yeah, no, this is Lobo. This tastes amazing. Everything tastes amazing.
See, there are pros to being in town. Is you get really good food,
and not to mention it tastes as good as you look. Amazing.
I think he's flirting with you.
I am not.
Samuel will take a strawberry from one of the strawberries from the cake, and he will reach over and feed it to Lenore.
Lenore's gonna look very awkward for a moment. but she is going to read the story.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he dips it in chocolate and then feeds it to her.
And Sit does the same thing, but to Fawzon.
Make a diplomacy check.
All right. We're going to see what happens. This big bear's going to smack me.
With his bare hands. Hey.
Oh, hey.
I know. He accepts it. He looks strange at you for it, but he does take it. Fans do weird things. We accept fans. We don't punch fans. Right, Q?
Like, hey, it's not underwear.
This time. Maybe next time.
Oh, no.
And but yeah, eventually the night winds down. You have your nice clothing, you have a very good meal, you are very inebriated. All of you by the end of the night are in the Samael state of mind.
This is a perfect time to go to the library.
I agree.
And you do know the library is open 24 hours a day.
Oh my God, we can do late night live. This is the best town.
I mean, you have an open invitation, so let's just go.
Exactly.
Nothing could go wrong.
What's gonna go wrong?
No.
And how do y'all get to the library?
I mean, I have like a carriage.
Yeah, I was just
But
like,
did
we're
you-
not walking.
Oh, yeah, no.
Y'all
Samael,
Now-
look. And she pulls out her. Look at my new boots. They're for walking. And she pulls up.
And that's just what they'll do.
She pulls out the Doc Martens.
Those are very nice. I like them. Where's mine?
Oh, you can get there's another pair at the store. I don't know which size feet you have.
Feet-sized feet.
They come in different sizes, I assure you.
You'd have sizes?
Yes, of course. Trying to like a costume.
You say
Don't-
so.
Don't worry, Lobo. I think they took care of you. So you don't have to worry about the sizes. They took care of it.
What he's saying is size doesn't matter.
It's how you use it.
Exactly.
That's what I keep hearing.
And
So what they
Sid,
tell you in Wolf Clan?
and Sid being in his little stocky stature is like, that is true.
Eventually, a carriage does pull up, but it's not y'all's carriage. It is one that is almost golden in color, checkerboard down the side.
Well, that's a bit tacky.
Somebody need a ride.
I mean, we do.
Mhm.
All right. How
Where's
much?
yours going? Where's yours going?
To
Oh,
the library.
To the Biblioteca
Okay.
de los
He
Muertos.
pulls out this abacus. Surge pricing.
Oh,
Distance.
Oh,
Cost
my
you
God.
2 gold to the biblioteca.
yeah.
Next
You're lucky
time,
we don't have to worry
get
about
Cuber
money.
Black.
Oh my God.
And yeah, in the back of the cart, there is a small snack station.
Oh, we're tearing that up. There's not going to be any snacks left when we're done with it.
And yeah, there's a there's a bottle of champagne in the cart.
Also gone.
That's fair.
And you guys make your way towards the Biblioteca de los Muertos. And we're going to switch maps. And
Ooh.
Sid, if you could be James for a moment and switch us to the map view.
I sure can.
Like, because I think you all are gonna fight. Oh, I guess not. It's just a pretty library.
And
My first thought was,
and you arrive at the Biblioteca de los Muertos. And this is the room you enter into when you enter the library. And there is not a soul to be seen.
Hello?
shh, it's a library.
And
Yeah?
something floats to the wall. Do you have an invitation?
Yes. And she hands the.
Well, this is from the Grand Librarian.
Oh,
Do you
yes,
believe you had a research project?
I have many.
I believe this one was involving a carriage.
Oh yes, that was the one I wanted to look. It's an upgraded carriage, but we also have some other things to research. Would that be a problem that are a little more pressing that have come up since I sent the letter out?
Oh, let me check. And poof, the entity has gone.
Look, it's so
Do all
tough.
ghosts sound the same?
They do.
They do when Don plays them, this is the voice I have.
They're all a bit depressed.
Y'all can look around this room freely, but the doors are locked, and I will tell you now, don't even try to roll.
Okay. Are there any? Do I see any arcane
These
books?
are mundane books. These are very mundane books. This is more like novels and fiction and books that a standard library would have.
Do I find Tusk Glove anywhere?
You do.
Oh, my favorite book. Lenore, have I ever read this to you?
What
No.
here?
Semi.
He sits down on the
There's
little
also
couch.
there's other books as well. Tusk Love is one it's an import from another realm.
Yeah.
But there are other books here. There's definitely a few about I can't remember the name that I used before, but the books that aren't about Rowan.
That aren't about Rowan.
There's all the really racy
Yes.
fairy tales.
Yes. Racy fairy tales.
They favorite.
Yes. There's tons of them. There's also a few different periodicals, some newsprint type things. Winners of the latest race of the amazing Kellendale race, you know, newest winner, you know, or newest you know, the round with Zari and all of them involved.
Mhm. She's actually curious. She's looking at, she's like, why would these be here in a library about the dead?
This is very mundane library portion. Like this is like the history of Taldor, the history of Gulf, the myriad wonders of the world wound. You know.
Now, actually, Sid.
The Starstone and you.
Now, Sid is going to look for a book so that he can confirm that there's a dragon powering Alkenstar.
You find a book about notable outlaws of Alkenstar.
Okay. This says
one of them
about
might have been a red dragon, but it might have also been a red kobold. Could have been a red lizard. It's not distinctive on the exact anatomy of the red creature.
This is useless. Doesn't.
And eventually, you hear a groan and a door opens. And a head rolls in, and then a body chases after, picks it up, puts it on.
Oh, wait. Oh.
Sorry, I have lost my head.
Oh.
They said you should come this way. You don't happen to have any spare brains?
I could get you some.
I would love some brains. I like all different kinds of brains. I'm a connoisseur.
Oh, I love a fellow connoisseur. I mean, it's one of those parts that's really difficult to keep into. Like I say, it's one of the first that actually started. And she will start going on about what parts tend to rot first in the human body.
I know. I have lost this pinky 15 times.
Oh, you poor thing.
So apparently he's undead, I would say.
Well, yes, this is the Library of the Dead.
Well, it does.
Who the staff is.
I mean, I wasn't sure if it was totally literal. I mean, or if it was just about books about the undead. But okay, I mean.
And you enter into the library proper.
as we're going through and she's spieling her TED talk about undead, Samael will try to be a little bit louder than Anna, and he's going to read off a very saucy part of Tusk Love as they're walking through the area.
Oh my god.
You hear one of the bookshelves giggle. Because
They get
while this is when the bookshelf leans down, I love that book. And it's a skeleton head talking to you.
He will close it and be like, "Here you go."
It doesn't go on me though. I have been promoted.
Oh, did it used to go on you?
Yes, I used to work outside the front. That was the door bookshelf.
Oh well, are you sure it's a good promotion?
It is a good promotion. I have a new lease in life. I have moved up. I am working on my doctorate.
Wow. After he says that, Sit's like, well, congratulations. That is
Bone
definitely
marrow
an achievement.
and you.
Excellent. I love that pun.
And bone marrow is really good. Yummy,
Meanwhile,
yummy.
Anna's TED talk stops.
Yeah.
You
what
did
are
it.
you researching? Because you were talking, and now we're not.
Oh, we're researching a certain white dragon that's in the area that wants to-
Dragons.
What?
And like 2 shelves of books fall off.
Well, they're not here right now.
Oh, okay.
So it also
I
wants
don't
to-
like dragons. How do you think I ended up this way?
But ooh, that's a good point.
Well, just so you know, I am pretty much a dragon, but I'm not like that.
Are you a different kind of dragon?
Oh, of course. I'm the smaller compact.
Oh, efficiency. I appreciate efficiency. As you see bone claws just scrape the books back up into the right places. And
Efficient.
the bookshelf then turns and just kind of arcs its head down. You are Lenore.
Yes.
I knew your mother.
Oh.
Before this.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's fine. I've been promoted. This is fine. I still get to work on my doctorate. I just had to change my thesis.
How did you know Mother?
We traveled.
Oh.
We were on this wondrous invention called a wagon train. Many months. Cold tundra. Lovely landscape.
I see.
She's not my type, don't worry. We weren't that kind of friends.
I think there's nothing
Tundra,
wrong
you
with
say?
kind of friends.
Yes, we were chasing a dragon.
Oh, really? A white dragon by chance?
I don't know, I didn't see it.
I had no idea Mother wasn't Mother hunted dragons? A shock.
I didn't get to see it. I was riding in a carriage, and then I was a skeleton. I was told I was down for several years. And then the librarian brought me back.
No, we should research your mother as well. This is an impertinent question, and I apologize. Your mother is no longer alive, yes? Or is she alive?
Mother, as far as I know, is alive. Ish. As far as I know. I don't know how. I didn't know she was hunting dragons up until 3 days ago, but.
Not 3 days ago. This
I
was
didn't know.
years ago, sweetheart.
If your mother is still
Those are
alive,
elves. But Mother is an elf. So, elves leave for.
What year is it? Sir, and he looks at Lobo.
You asked the wrong person.
Lobo's dressed in fine clothing. He has no.
Oh, that's true. It's like, what year is it? 11.
It's
Katie
Anna, what's yours?
Katie and Sean and actually everyone except for Lobo, y'all would know what year it is in Pathfinder. So y'all can look that up if you want to.
It's like it's 4722.
42?
Oh wow. This would have been in 4223.
So like 500 years ago.
Yes. I've been here for a while.
I mean, that's
It's an
as far as
intense course.
So 500 years and you're still working on. Oh Lord, that is a lot.
I have written it many times. The librarian is very particular.
I have a few friends like that. They're not your thesis.
Lenora's kind of counting on her fingers, and she goes like, so 500 years in elven years, that's about 10 years ago to Mom.
So she can still remember. Maybe if we could find out where she is, we could pay a visit.
If she remembers Elan,
I'll ask.
because that's
Maybe
what
she
my name
knows.
was. It is it now. Now I'm called, you stupid bookshelf, pick up the books.
What was his original name?
Elan, Elan. I was human.
Ooh, interesting.
They've made some modifications.
Yeah, you're a bookshelf.
That's who did this?
The librarian.
I will have to talk to this librarian. This would be extremely useful. Don't you think? And eventually we are going to settle and have our own. We won't be living out of an inn. We could have our own place. At that point, be able to construct some of the furniture to be sentient. I mean, actually able to do research for us and become like researchers.
Yes, about the research.
Oh, yes.
What are we researching? I have all the notes on the carriage spells.
Oh, excellent.
And a shelf opens up into a desk. And presented is the carriage from the Book of the Dead. And the ritual to cast it.
Y'all, I don't know how you feel about like
it would be considered one of the highest classes of animate undead, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm just gonna post this over in the Dhampir's channel so y'all can take a gander. She cannot cast this yet. There's no way. This is just her doing research.
It is a creature fort.
Yeah. There is a so what you see is probably an illustrated version of a carriage with lots of pokey bits and like vapors coming off of it and 2 undead horses, and it just looks
badass.
This would be a creature level 14. The spell level required is 9.
Damn.
But as a ritualist, she can learn it now. She just can't cast it yet.
Yeah.
So I need you to make an Arcana check.
Oh please.
Would Sit like to aid?
Yes, I would.
Thank you.
There we go. I'm going to hero point.
You do have your. Yes, you can hero point learning the ritual. You can't hero point doing the ritual.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Much better.
And Anna?
Oh, please.
Anna, as you're sitting there and you're almost got it, you're so close. Sit just leans over with a quill, dots an eye, and it all makes sense. But you look behind, and there's ink all over the floor.
Oh, well, that's decision.
Yeah.
Lobo's drawing a stick figure.
The stick figure stands up.
That is fantastic.
Did I do that?
Isn't it will be magic? Yes. I mean, this is going to be.
And starts skating in the ink.
I don't think I'll be able to do it yet, but.
And then fades away.
I didn't do that.
And you see a few other zombies mopping, sweeping, cleaning up. You see every bookshelf is the similar style of animation, but they're talking to different groups of people in quiet areas. They never speak loud enough for the other groups to hear what they're talking about. So everything y'all have said is to y'all's group only. And eventually, you hear every shelf turns towards the center aisle. And floating in the middle, sliding down the thing, with spectacles at the end of their nose, long flowing silver hair, robes that looked like they were very nice when they were made, whenever that may have been, but it was not recently. Floating there, sneering at just about everyone, is a lich, essentially, for lack of better words. And they stop at each shelf as they come down, and eventually they make it to your group. I heard you were going to change your research project.
Well, I did complete the research project that I initially said. Something did come up, and while I'm here, if we could possibly.
Addendums? Contract shelf? I need the contract from Mrs. Leclerc. And your initial letter appears. I need the addendums in writing. Triplicate.
Wow.
Lenore, you may tell your mother I said hello.
Everybody know your mother?
Samael will lean against Elon, the bookshelf, and be like, "Hey, so how hot was Lenore's mom?"
Eh?
I don't know. She wasn't my type. You, on the other hand,
Yes.
claw around the shoulder. If I had skin.
Do you have a hole?
And Sit goes, but you got a bone.
You got plenty of bones, bro.
We'll talk. I have to work.
As Lenore hears the whole exchange, she's literally going to go like.
Sit just
And
laughs.
the librarian rolls every part of their body. Just.
So, what would it take for Sit to do some research or have access to certain things?
You're standing in front of the person you can ask.
Yes. I would like to
Roll a diplomacy check, and then let's see how this is going to play out before we RP it, so we can RP it properly.
That is true. Because I might get a whole yeah, no.
We'll see. He turns and looks. Esteemed Dr. Will.
Oh, so you've heard of me?
Well, yes. You've checked out books before.
Yes. Sorry, the blood, bourbon's getting to me a little bit.
You went to Sparkle. I love
did.
Sparkle.
Oh, you know what?
I loved it. In on the Realm of Fire, they serve iced drinks.
That is fantastic. Yeah, that was our first time there.
Fire drinks. It is spectacular.
It is. I mean,
Cross-play in her bartending. Who'd have thunk the Queen could do such a thing?
Very true. Very true. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad that you've been able to partake in it because it was definitely a festivities that I will remember.
They didn't have anything from my palate, but it was spectacular.
Understood. I would actually like to dig in deep on some ideas I have for potential spells. So, anything that you have that might be available, in the arcane side of the house.
If you need to do research on spells, you know the running fees. You have to pay your dues.
I will. I'll pay my dues.
The Arcane Society does not allow me to rent their room without you paying your dues.
Understood. All right.
Do you have your dues?
I do.
He takes whatever chit you give him.
Yeah.
And the door shall now open for you. Use the key around your neck.
Will do.
And suddenly there's a weighty key in the shape of a lighthouse.
Oh, excellent.
As we all know, lighthouses for book keys.
Nice.
Yep, of course.
That makes sense.
And he turns back and he's like, and the dashing fellows? Anything for you too?
Oh, I am not really a book person per se.
Is there anything on your guard you might want to research, or perhaps?
Well, I mean,
Not a book person.
now, I'm not saying I don't read, but my flavor is more like this. And he holds up Tusk Glove.
Absolute drivel.
Yes, it's great.
Almost as bad as those limericks and nursery rhymes from that trollop from Callendale.
I would probably enjoy that too. Do you have any books on Callistra?
Yes, we have a wing.
I didn't ask for wings, I asked for books.
Yes, a wing of books, yes.
Is it a dragon book?
Just when you go to where the shelves are screaming, that is her area.
Oh, I like that. That's fun. Hey, Lenore, you want to come with?
First, I would like to know more about this book that you just mentioned. Is almost as bad as Dusk Cloud?
Worse. It's out in the front section where I keep the drivel.
What is it called again?
Oh, bother about the name.
I don't think he knows the name of the book.
Yeah.
Don doesn't know the name of the book.
Okay, hold on. I'll give you a title, Don.
All right. And he looks over to Lobo as Lenore's talking. And how can I help this dashing fellow? You were not on the note. Make sure you add him to your note, Mrs. Leclerc.
Yes, obviously. All right.
Just looking.
Just looking.
Yes.
Does he read, Mrs. Leclerc?
That's actually a very interesting question. Do you read?
I don't know.
Well, she'll open up a book that has common on it. Letters.
Up to you if you read them or not, dude.
I'll say he does. Yeah. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can understand what that says.
Excellent. And by the way, I think that there should be a library of Chuck Tingle books. Just gonna put that out there, Don.
Sure, totally. Why not?
Yeah. You can look up some of those titles and decide if you want to say those aloud yourself.
What are you doing to this lore?
Oh
my!
This is the book written by a specific bard from a specific city that I need the title of.
Well, perhaps you could help me research dragons.
Oh,
You're
the one we're after, right?
Yes, we're going to research that one. I'm interested in finding out what the age and history of it is, and perhaps effective ways to kill it.
Dragons. What type of dragon are we looking for?
Hello?
We're looking for a white or a zombie dragon? I don't remember.
No,
Ricardo doesn't remember.
White dragon. Zombie
White
dragon.
dragon.
Yes.
The zombie dragons you can make. There's a whole section on that. It's a how-to.
I know.
Yeah, I believe you wrote one of them.
Yes.
It's passable. But
Was that the best compliment you've ever gotten?
and his a white dragon. Where was this white dragon?
And Lola will tell him where he saw him last.
Did you get a name? Y'all did not
Did
get
I?
a name.
No name.
Tragic. Well, the standard research on white dragons is down. You'll find a dragon skeleton. There's like 2 of them. They're very finicky, but they let read. So be nice. But feel free. You have filled out your paperwork properly this time. The I's are dotted perfectly.
How many hearts? Or skulls? Probably skulls this time.
And if you find the name of the dragon, please let me know. I'm sure Elan would be elated if it was the one that, shucked his mortal coil.
Elan, do you remember the name of the dragon? I know you
I
didn't.
never met it. I was dead.
Yes. Well, we might have to go track down your mother-in-law. You lived on good terms, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean,
Not a problem.
Are you all related?
Yeah, same daddy.
Huh. Interesting.
Don't you see the family
You
resemblance?
see this scroll pop up in the air, and they begin to take a note.
Actually,
I thought there was only 2 of you.
so
I'm sure there's even more.
Well, I knew of Sit, of course. He came through here many moons ago. He probably forgot. I mean, it's fresh from the shackles.
Yes, yeah, I'm starting to remember, so I'm sobering up, so to speak.
And Anna, of course, she's written here before. So I knew of you 2. You're new. You're newer. You're newest.
So, and Sit goes over to Anna and whispers, like, should we ask if what our dream may mean? Do you think that...
That is not my realm of expertise.
I understand. Dreams are very interpretive, but I think we could look up some of the elements of the dream. After all, if someone has had the dream, it has to mean something.
Dreams are powerful, but typically you want oracles for dreams.
Oh, we're going to have
Not
oracle.
what I do. I am a researcher.
I could find out if there are any oracles in the Temple of Callistra.
Yes.
That is a good call.
Or if they know of any that are located
All
in
right,
town.
so I'm going to go around the room real quick. Lenore, where are you going, if anywhere?
she needs to do research on her mother, trying to find out where was mother seen last? Because she hasn't seen her mother in a
Well,
while.
you know that you are Elven, and your mother was an adventurer, so you have an area that you can go to see if her names come up.
That's what she
Lobo, where are you? Are you going any deeper into the library?
Dragon section, probably with Anna.
Okay. Sit, are you going anywhere?
Yes, I am going to use my lighthouse key and start to look at some of the spells that I may not
All
know
right.
yet.
Samael, I'm assuming Calistria Isles?
Yep.
All right. And Anna, also dragons?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to start with Sit.
All right.
That it will be the easiest one to get knocked out. All right, so you're carrying this lighthouse key, and as you walk, the skulls on every single bookshelf light up until they don't. You step back, and there's a door, and it's got red spiral paint on it, and a key in the shape of a lighthouse, a keyhole.
I think I found my beacon. And then...
And you open it, you step through, and you enter into this. You hear crashing waves. You see you're standing on top of a lighthouse, and there's a beach. You're on an island. It's almost like a tower.
Ah.
And you see there's a spiral staircase down the center. There is no light in the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
There's a spiral staircase down the center, and the lighthouse is lit, but there's no like lighthouse lantern
Right.
shining bright into your eyes right now. That would really mess you up.
Oh, yeah.
But but as you see the spiral staircase, there are scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls and scrolls, and you can research whatever you would like. And you have approximately 7 days worth of downtime to research scrolls. You do have to pay for each one as normal.
Right. That's cool. And actually,
but this gives you access.
Yeah. And Sid is looking around like, I may actually have something like this whenever I build my magic school. This would be awesome.
Lonely Ghost from earlier pops in. And where are we hoping to research?
So, I want to start to help out Anna a little bit more. So, I'm looking for anything that's more a necromancy.
Necromancy is in the dungeon.
Ah.
It's also where I lay my head, because why see the light when you cannot feel it?
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's a pitiful existence, mine. And it begins to guide you down towards the necromancy section, down in it's not really a dungeon, it's more of a catacomb.
Okay.
Underneath the lighthouse.
Nice.
And you pass through areas that are bright and shiny and bubbly and enchantment. And other areas that look like they might have been in some bit of disrepair that are like evocation.
Yeah.
And then things that are popping in places that they shouldn't be, like conjuration. And abjuration, no one really knows what it does. And then
just a bunch of shields.
You pass through a spot that, you pass through a spot of stairs that you're pretty sure weren't really there as you go through the illusion section. And then you go through a part of stairs that you think you've been through before as you go through divination. It's very much the ups and downs and backs and forths of an abstract painting as you finally get to the catacombs.
Oh,
and
finally.
You are in where you would like to research. So, again, whichever spells you want to learn, feel free to learn of your level.
Okay.
You have approximately 7 days worth of downtime in this area.
All right, sounds good.
We're going to pop to the Callistrian section.
Hello.
So, Samael, you're walking down with Sit, and he turns off at one point and enters this weird, non-existent door that you can't even see. Boop, out of existence.
Farewell, brother.
He's still alive, but he is gone for the moment.
No.
And you continue to walk down, and you hear it softly at first, subtly. And you start guiding your body towards the screams. They're not screams of agony. It's pleasureful. It's enjoyable. They've chosen this life for themselves. This is where pain and pleasure are one.
Ah, the teachings, of course.
And the shelves are not the ones that are screaming. It's the books.
I've only seen one of these in the temple before. This is a whole collection of them.
Yeah,
Excellent.
it is from C to A, all Callistra.
Oh, yeah.
And you can make me a quick religion check. What were you trying to find out about oracles and prophecy?
Yeah, I'm going to look into like I would assume I would know if there are oracles of Callistra, and if so, like what they typically divinate.
Mhm.
32.
Yes, Katie?
If you want an answer, I actually have one. Or you can
Go
make
for it.
Oracle can actually follow any religion they want. It's what is possessed. There's no none of the current ones. Callistria does not make oracles, but there's probably Callistrians who have oracles who are possessed by another god, but they choose
Calistria.
Callistria.
Yeah.
So
you rolled performance, not religion?
Oh, I thought that I rolled religion.
I'm just making sure that you get the correct modifier.
It's a
16.
plus 16, so it's the same thing.
Okay, just want to make sure you didn't short or add to yourself.
No, that was what it should be.
You do discover that about oracles, that Calistria doesn't really make oracles, but she accepts them.
Mm-hmm.
But you're pretty sure that she's done divination. You may have to hang out for a minute and have some fun.
Oh no, that's so sad.
It is the Temple of Calistria, and you know how the dues are paid there.
Yeah. How terrible for me that I have to go enjoy my calling.
And you enjoy, you get to read through, the history of her deific ascent. What she was doing around the time of the world wound, how that she saved her people by, hiding their eyes with pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that.
Yes. Yeah, I'll spend some time,
And of course the
researching.
the holy text of the Kama Sutra and tantric arts.
I mean, I've only been through half this book. I need to get working on this.
Oh no, this is a collection.
Oh. This is much larger. I'm gonna.
You didn't realize it was in a series.
Yeah. Is there any way I can get some paper and pens so I can write some of this down?
The bookshelf rolls out in front of you, smacks you with a whip, and then
thank you.
lays out paper.
Yeah, I will gladly take the whatever that is called.
Flogging
For my deity, and then I will find the ones that are the most interesting out of each of the books and copy them down.
Yeah, that's fine. With your check, you're more than able to get some new non-mechanical rituals.
Yay!
Just things that you can practice, and who knows what effects they may have later on.
Excellent.
And then Lenore, you're trying to research adventurers and your mother. Make me a society check. All right, so you make your way down and you find this lonely shelf in the back of all the adventuring areas. It's got only a few bookshelves on it. It's kind of creaky. Kind of looks over at you. Interested in these books, are you?
Yes.
What are you looking for, young one?
My mother, really? I need to know what.
She's still of the living, correct?
Yes.
This is the library of the dead. It's okay.
Maybe
I do have a book about an adventuring party that's still living mostly.
Yes.
There are two that have passed. Of a sort. It's not a long book, it's just a minor scribe. Their bard was eaten early, you see.
I see.
So the scribing was done more in a clinical fashion than a story. There wasn't an epic tale of this party. The epic tale is at the beginning of this tome, but you'll see where it changes. The authors. It's weird. And you can look into this book and you begin, and it's definitely written in a bardic hand. It's very verbose and bombastic. It is first level characters talking up their deeds that they have yet to have done. And you can feel them growing in power as he's writing his bombast. And it's only about 2 chapters in. So maybe mechanically 3rd or 4th level. They're on a coach and they're chasing down what they think is a drake. And then the bard's carriage is eaten. And then it becomes a very clinical study in how things die.
Interesting.
And where, like, how that affects people and what happens with them. And just, lots of death.
Oof, this took a turn.
And how to bring things back from the dead, and how to keep yourself living forever, and how would you keep your friends alive forever.
I think Anna would like this book.
And it's it looks rudimentary. It doesn't look well researched. But you almost hear, make me another society check. Hello, cat.
That me or Anna needs to do the society check.
Just a random
You.
cat in the library.
There are
I
plenty
mean-
of cats. All of them are dead.
I mean, you have to have mousers.
Now I'm back. Now
Yeah.
let me do the check. Society. Okay. I do.
All right. You are pretty sure you've heard a voice like this before. Like the words that they're spoken. You can't place it, but you're pretty sure you've heard it before.
That's odd. Is this okay if I is there any way I could, like, take a copy of this?
We can help you make a copy. We don't get to do much in the library anymore. We're the old bookshelf. We're the first bookshelf.
Bookshelves?
And he creaks out a desk that's almost not level. Like the bones are the wrong size to hold it level. And some paper and a dusty ink bottle and quill. Feel free to make whatever notes you wish, Lady Lenore.
And she, like, take a few notes and, like, key events and a lot of the that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's done, she's going to get back to the group. And more like towards, I think she's going to try and find Anna to give her the undead stuff. And then she'll try to find Samael. Maybe he heard of her mom.
All right, and before you're able to do that, we'll hop over to Anna and Lobo, as you come down, walking down, and everybody else has passed off at this point. And at the end, you see these two dragon heads facing each other, and they're growling at each other. And they turn and look at you.
Hello.
Good or ill?
Good or it really depends on the day of the week. I do believe good though.
You'll want him.
Oh.
And the other dragon head. Hello.
Oh, I regret my decision. Yes. Hello.
He's like, where are you from?
Oh,
I love meeting new people.
I'm from Taldor and Lobo.
Cave.
I like caves. There's caves in Mwangi. I'm from Mwangi.
Fascinating.
I lived in a swamp.
Well, do you know anything about frost dragons, white dragons?
They're very cold. They're also very evil. Wrong side of the library. That one is the one you want to speak with about evil dragons.
Well, good. Is he willing to help us perhaps murder some of his former kindred? Kin?
Depends on the day of the week. What is his mood? I don't know. All I know is he growls at me all day. Like we're still trying to fight. We're already dead. We lost.
Of course. Well, you're doing a very good job being dead. I love all of this, but I'm going to go talk to.
I have been practicing.
Excellent. I love that for you. And she's going to go. Come, Lobo. It's not the evil dragon now.
Some more reading.
I don't know. I think we might just be able to talk with them. Might be reading. I mean, reading is quite fascinating. I mean, it takes you to a whole other world. It opens up opportunities for you. It's, it's almost like magic.
I hate magic.
No, excuse me.
Stop.
And y'all are
Come
making
here.
your way through, and he looks over to you.
Come here.
I thought you were here for good.
And now
Well, I didn't really know what the question was, but I'm so glad to be directed towards you. Lobo, would you
He
like?
is way too excited, isn't he?
He's a little enthusiastic. Lobo, would you like to open with what we are researching? This is so much like the elementary school librarian trying to talk the second grader through their first research project.
I guess we're looking for information on white dragons, especially around the ones that live around here.
Names would be good if it's possible. Any of them that I believe adult or older. I'm not certain. Did we see what age that dragon was?
It was very old.
So quite old.
Well, elderkin. Those are harder to track down. Not much written on them that they don't have themselves. May I ask why you are looking for this information?
Well, one seems to have a personal problem with us for some reason, although I'm beginning to get some clues as to why. It's also trying to bring forth a Ravener.
It doesn't always work out the way you intend.
No, it doesn't. Trust me, I know.
Sometimes you become a bookshelf.
Oh, well, I mean, yes. We're hoping it turns out
Can
better.
have anyone else succeed where I failed.
Oh, were you one of the ones that perhaps perished in that whole mess? Were there many of them? Was it like a shipment of bodies?
It could have been. I don't know. I was dead.
Well, anyway, so if we can't get a name, is there any chance of getting information about Raveners?
Oh, yes. Plenty of Ravener information. Feel free to just look up anything you want. Don't offer me any tribute or anything.
Oh, I would love to offer you some tribute. Do you need anything
But-
fixed up or?
He said not to. Let's go.
No. This is a manner of speaking amongst the elite, where you do not say what you say the opposite of what you want to what you want. It's very. Anyway.
City people.
Yes. How might I help you? I am quite adept at reconstructing skeletons and doing updates and.
What I need, what I would need, what I would love, is a corner office. I want to see the sky. I have not seen the sky since 4 remodels ago.
I'll see what I can do. I'm not exactly someone with much power, but I might be able to make a deal.
A deal? You like deals.
I love
deals. The librarian does not like deals.
Oh. Well, who's in the office right now? Dwarves. You're right. They really don't need a corner office that sees the sky. They're scared of the sky.
Exactly. I do believe it is torture for us and them.
Oh, is it on purpose that they're being tortured on purpose?
Probably. There was a ruckus.
Can you torture somebody by mistake?
And he answers his own question as he thinks back to the shop edition earlier.
Fair.
Well, I can at least go and see who has the corner office now and see if there's anything you might be able to exploit. But I really do need some information about Raveners.
Well, see what you can do, and I will see if I can help you.
Okay. Thank you. She's going to global with her. Just like, they give them a little bit of power. Once she's out of earshot, give them a little bit of power, and suddenly they want to lord it over you. I mean, honestly, like he has anything better to do than to tell us about Raveners and White Dragons and whoever and whatever else. And he's probably, I mean, I wouldn't say that he's paid to be here because he's not actually paid to be here. But honestly, if you're going to have an undead life chained to a room where your job is to help somebody, wouldn't you want to just help them?
Are you talking to me?
You hear a chuckle. You hear a chuckle above you.
Ew.
It's much easier with our contracts. I didn't have to be a skeleton. You could have just signed the contract and had your soul.
Anyway.
Our contracts are binding even in death. You see a devil on the other side, Fae on one side, devil on the other.
Oh.
Do you need contract law? I know all about contracts. Not as much as our side. Our side's contracts are nicer.
Lower, come on.
So, where do you go?
Goes out.
As you're walking, you run into Lenore.
Oh, thank God. She looks so irritated right now. It's gone from being Anna Disneyland to
Anna's hell.
Lenore, do tell me that you found something useful.
Yes, actually. And I'm just gonna hand her notes over to Anna.
Oh, interesting.
All right. You just hand over the notes with nothing else? No context clues or anything?
Just kind of, telling her what she saw in the book, kind of trying to tell everything, because that was a long book. So she's trying to
and the notes are for a very small book.
Does she notice the change in tone
Make a society check.
Please, oh please. A 30.
Yes. Lenore is shorthanding it though, so it's not perfect. So you are able to pick up that there was a change. It is someone who is very haughty, someone who was very in-depthly researching the dead, but it's very rudimentary research. It was like it would have been cutting edge 500 or so years ago.
And this was a person who was associated with your mother.
In theory, yes. Rumor
I
has it.
have a bad feeling. I have a hunch. Could this second person possibly be a vampire? A very specific vampire.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be.
Because it does put this individual in the area. How old are you, by the way?
No clue.
Sorry, we can't really tell, but it's a little too convenient that your mother would have met two vampires in her coterie or her circle, but one that she knew and that maybe went away and then returned at some point, and well,
Yeah.
Interesting. Can we get a copy of the book? Just a absolute copy, and she just kind of asks the air.
One of the shuttles looks down. That is not our handwriting.
No, book. What was the book called? And
there was no title.
just that particular book, because I have other information about father. I could cross-reference it. And he kept this witness. If this is true, this is the second time we found proof of him going to the frozen tundra. And it's interesting because we have a white dragon who is obsessed with death. Oh my god, this is going to get very complicated. We have a white dragon who's obsessed with death, bringing forth a ravener. We have a white dragon that was somehow associated with your mother, also associated with a vampire, potentially. And then this person was interested in creating. We should just get the others. This is getting very. I need a whiteboard. And she wanders off to find everyone else.
Should we follow her?
Yes, come, Lobo.
Ah,
So as you're walking, it feels like ages pass. And around that moment, you see walking with a stack of papers, walking up to you all as Samael.
Oh, hello, guys. Do you find your research well?
Mine's terrible, but we have some interesting things. We're just looking for everybody else, and oh my goodness, you have quite a lot.
Oh, yes. Lenore, look! And he hands her the stack of papers.
It's all things that a brother should not be doing.
Impossible.
I don't know. It's written, so it must be.
Can't be all banned that way.
I mean, we're undead, so kind of we could do anything we want, right?
Does anybody know where Sit went?
In that wall. And he points to the last bookshelf he saw him go next to.
Yes, there.
And of course, as you mentioned that, Sit walks back in.
Yes, the wall never opens.
Just.
Yeah, he disappears.
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Interesting. Can we get the book? I want to see this book. The journal.
There's a journal.
Lenore, you know where it's at.
Gonna take them there.
All right, so you keep walking, and Lenore was the first one to turn off. You go to this little dusty alcove of the library. There's not a lot of bookshelves here. They're all kind of creaky. The oldest, the one in the corner, turns and looks. Oh, more visitors. You brought me more visitors, Lenore. You're so sweet. I love visitors. No one comes sees Grandpa Bookshelf anymore.
Grandpa Bookshelf, you need some remodeling.
It's not as easy as you would think. Old bones, you see.
Yep, it'll get to you. It'll creak.
He has arthritis in my left, right, other left femur.
So what you're telling me is, even in this state, you have a shelf life.
And Sit turns and high fives Samuel.
That was the journal.
The journal, yes. And the journal slides under this
Thank you.
off-level bookshelf.
And I'll fix that before I leave. And she starts flipping through, and she's like, I have a theory.
Make another society check.
Oh God, please be good. Nope, we're gonna hero point that shit because that is embarrassing.
You want me to attempt to aid?
Can you?
Train in society for whatever reason.
What? Go ahead.
That is a successful aid. You get a +1. So a 32. You're reading it.
The
and
best thing
not-
is Samuel isn't trained in society, and Lobo is.
So as you're reading through it, Anna, you see more than Lenore did. It's not just 2 writers. There are 4.
4 writers.
There's the initial bombastic bard. There's the person who wrote immediately after the bard's passing. There's a very clinical description of death and the ways death happened. And there's another person writing on how to keep everyone alive.
So we have the bard who died.
Mhm.
We have the clinical death person. Then
Yes, you have the bard who died, the person who wrote of his passing. The
mhm,
clinical death, like details about all the ways people have died, and then the person who is looking for ways to make sure that they do not. Once was enough is a line you remember.
all right, we're looking at 4 individuals. I don't really care about the bard as much. I mean, I might be important, but the clinical person and the person trying to stave off death are the most interesting. And I think one of those might be our father.
We
Oh, really?
asked the bookshelf because the bookshelf was part of Mother's adventuring group. So if father was a part of the same group, the bookshelf would know Elam.
Yes.
Oh, is that where y'all go?
Yeah.
All right, so you get back to the bookshelf. It winks at Samael.
Hey.
Giggity.
You're back.
Hey, Bookshelf, have you ever seen these before? And he shows them some of the papers
Yes.
from the Have you
When
tried
I was
them?
alive, I wrote one of them.
Which one?
Were you the bard?
Volume 13.
He
Are
looks
you,
through his notes and sees if any of them are volume 13.
are you the bard?
Yes.
We found the bard.
You read my book. I only got the introduction done before tragedy.
Yes. You wouldn't be able to help us figure out who the other authors were, would you?
I have a hunch on one of them.
Okay, let's go. I'm happy with hunches. Let's do this.
Well, there was one of us who wanted to preserve life no matter what it took. And they made sure that I came back after they had perfected the art.
Mm-hmm.
Believe our librarian was our wizard. But I don't know. They won't answer me. Again, stupid bookshelf. Sounds a lot like stupid bard.
Interesting.
And what about the clinical side of things?
The one who wrote a lot about death.
Yes.
Don't know, but I would assume either the fighter or the barbarian.
None of them in your group were a vampire by any chance, were they?
Not that I was aware of, but people hide things.
And it could have happened later.
Yes.
Also true. But, these things, they happen.
Was there anyone that Lenore's mom was romantically involved with in the party?
Not while I was there. I think she had a crush.
On who?
But they all did.
On
On you?
On me, of course.
Or a
Oh
dog.
my. I had a sneaky suspicion.
Are you a rogue?
I'm not, but I played one in bed.
Oh. We should. Never mind.
Yeah.
Stealing hearts. Lovely, lovely tricks, lovely tricks. That's more of a bard thing than a rogue thing, but sure. Rogues can succeed. But lovely talking with you, Layat. The librarian will be back soon.
Oh,
You do not have any your research notes? Do you want them to find you with them?
yes.
Are you sure?
I mean, I'm sorry. What was the question? She was like flipping through the book again. Like-
Do you want the librarian to find you with a book you want that is not part of your research project?
Oh no! And she hands it off to Lenore. That was her research project. That's fair.
And again, you see all the bookshelves turn towards the center, and the figure fades forward again. Researchers! And you hear it echoing through the thing. The library, while we do not close, your time here for the day is at an end.
Mr. Librarian, sir, can we ask you a question before we leave?
That, in and of itself, is a question.
Semantics. You understand what I'm trying to ask.
This is a library. Semantics are what we do.
Were you the wizard? Were you the wizard at Elon's party? Did you write?
Check.
Oh God.
Can I aid?
No, he asked us without anybody else saying a word.
That's true. Oh.
This is gonna be bad, guys.
Oh, no.
All right.
I will hero point it just in case. Hey, there you go.
It's no longer a critical fail.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I will not tell you an answer to your question. It could be yes, it could be no, it could have been at one point or another, it could have many answers. But I do not want to answer your question because you are not researching that subject.
Well, we kind of all are researching that subject.
No, it is not on your paperwork.
If Lenore tried, it's technically on her paperwork.
At that point, though, for this portion, that question has been shut down because that was pretty bad fail.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I only have a +4 to diplomacy, guys. You weren't gonna get much from me.
It's all charisma, no skill.
About dragons.
Say again?
Can Anna ask a thing about dragons, specifically the dragon downstairs?
You may make a diplomacy check.
Yes. So let's. Oh, please.
Okay. Ask
I-
away.
I was curious. I was trying to get some help from one of the dragons, the bad dragon downstairs. in order to get some information from him, and he was asking if he could have a change in venue for a time. He's interested in the quarter office, seeing the sky.
Well,
Yes.
so he's an old red one.
Mm.
If you can convince his brother to lower the cost of heating for my library, gladly. So you scratch my back, I'll scratch his, he'll scratch yours.
Okay, we've got a chain of deals going on, but that's fine. That's fine. We can deal with that another day.
So yes, if you can go down to the depths of the city and the bowels of the earth and get to that horrible bridge player to warm my library properly for less than he's charging now, I will adjust the view.
Oh, Sid. Well, this works out with what you wanted to do, Sid. You wanted to actually converse with the creature, correct?
That is correct.
Well, we can.
If you're going into the bowels, you'll want to enter via this. And he hands you a scroll, Anna.
What is the scroll?
You'll find out.
Oh no.
It's highly magical. But you'll find out when Dayton finishes the map.
Oh, motherfucker, did you bring him in? Did you bring him in? Dayton?
Yes.
No.
Now the context of what you said earlier makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
In our chat.
Well,
What?
here we go.
Preparing to squeeze.
I'll find out later. Oh my god. Slamming my pen down. Gonna have to balance.
And as you'll exit the library with a new quest and late in the evening to go and rest and reset and reflect, you realize that you've been in the library for a week.
Well.
Are we super tired?
And you can each apply a roll for your downtime income earnings for a week.
Excellent.
Based off whatever, you can either use lore, perform, craft. Those are the options. I believe. I'll double check, but we can talk about that offline.
Okay.
Well, my lore and crafting are the same, so.
Yeah, but we can roll that afterwards. But yeah, you can just multiply it by 7, roll once. But that is all I have for the evening. You've now been to the Biblioteca de los Muertos.
Nice.
The Library of the Dead. Staffed and run by the dead.
Hey, Sit was thinking it's just a whole bunch of necromancy books, but he was wrong.
Yeah. And yes, there's an arcane study. It's got all sorts of fun things. But real quick, I'm going to move y'all back to the other thing. You can reset our thing to the other overlay if you'd like.
There we are.
And again, thank you everyone for watching. I've been Don, your GM. Find me at Don Von Dolan anywhere and everywhere. And we'll go backwards, or we'll go backwards where we went before, and we'll start with Lobo.
Hey everybody, Ricardo here. You can find me at Ricardo Riv J on the Twitters. I was Lobo, the Dhampir Orc Barbarian. And it was fun being here today with you guys. So I think it was Bella, or no, it was, who was before me? I don't remember.
Katie.
It was too long ago.
It's Katie.
He's also Leather Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am Katie. You can find me pretty much everywhere as Kay Cunning, and I was playing Anna of House of Bush, the Summoner Dhampir Ritualist, actually. Forgot that bit. And who was after? I don't know. It
Bella.
was Bella.
Hello, I'm Bella. You can find me on Twitter at Bella Riddle, and I was playing Lenore, the Elven Denfear pal. She's technically a fighter. Um, with a famous mother apparently that everybody knows.
And Samael.
Hey guys, I'm Sean or Lord Sorrow. You can find me on Twitter at Sorrow7482. I was playing Samael Hellstrom, the fletchling Dhampir cleric of Callistra, and also Harm Daddy.
And last but certainly not least, our producer, who's done a wonderful job producing for us, even despite some technical difficulties, James.
Yes. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm James at DicePorn. I played Sitwell tonight, the Kobold Dhampir Wizard Fighter Rogue, and appreciates his whiskey. Like to also do a quick shout out to Roll20. Thanks for sponsoring Roll to Roll for all the things you do. And also wanted to bring up upcoming games on Friday. We do have which is basically a new campaign, is Kids on Brooms. So it's going to be a weird kind of almost Harry Potter-ish, but really messed up world. So our game master for that is actually Cody. So he's got a crazy adventure lined up for some crazy kids. Saturday, we will be doing Abomination Vault, and the other James will be running that, Ren. So I am eager to hop into that. And then, I guess, right back to Monday, we'll have the Dungenerates that I'm putting together, and I'll be running on Monday next week. And that's all that I have, and I'll pass it over to Don.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Our next episode of Dhampirs will be on August the 15th. Just to be aware, August 15th, same bad time, same bad channel. We'll be here again with these lovely bunch of people that I get to call my friends and my players. Thanks again for everybody for playing, for everybody who watched. Y'all have a wonderful night.
All right. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.